Hello, I'm Larry Adderley. During the next few minutes, we're going to be taking a close look at how Ford stacks up against the GMJ cars. The keystone of this comparison is value. By the time we finish comparing, you'll see that the value buck really does stop at Ford. Currently, there are three makes of J cars: the Cadillac Cimarron, the Pontiac J2000, and the Chevy Cavalier. Buick and Oldsmobile will receive their versions of J-body cars, the Skyhawk and the Forenza, later on this spring. In this program, we're going to concentrate on the J car that's our major competitor, the Chevrolet Cavalier. The Cavalier line consists of four body styles: a two-door sedan, a four-door sedan, a two-door hatchback, and a four-door station wagon. All are available in a choice of two major series, a base series and the more completely equipped CL series. To put Cavalier's exterior size in perspective for you, it has a shorter wheelbase than Citation and a longer wheelbase than Chevette. When you compare its size to Ford products, Cavalier is bracketed by Fairmont Futura and Escort. So those are some of the basic points that describe what a Cavalier is. Now let's talk about what it isn't. First of all, Cavalier doesn't quite live up to its catchy billing as the complete car, not by a long shot, at least by Ford standards. The truth of the matter is that both Cavalier and competing Ford cars are well equipped. And as you'll soon see, Ford holds some significant standard feature advantages. Another thing about Cavalier, it isn't low priced. In fact, a lot of potential buyers are discovering it's pretty darn expensive. The four-door Cavalier base model actually costs more than the larger Chevy Citation, and the price differential between Cavalier and a full-size Impala isn't that significant. That's probably one of the biggest reasons Cavalier sales have been so slow, and why Chevrolet recently introduced a lower-priced Cadet model. The Cadet is available in limited quantities in the four-door and station wagon body styles only. The standard interior, exterior, and functional equipment levels have been reduced. It can only be ordered with 4 exterior and 2 interior colors. In addition, the Cadet is not equipped with a standard radio. Clearly, Cadet is intended to be a low-volume price leader and nothing more. Therefore, we'll concentrate primarily on the far more representative Cavalier base series in this program. Is Cavalier worth the price? To answer that question, we're going to look at the following comparisons: 2- and 4-door Cavalier sedans versus comparable Fairmont Futura and Escort models, Cavalier hatchback versus the Mustang 3-door and EXP, and finally, Escort and Granada wagons are compared with the Cavalier wagon. With the battle lines drawn, let's move on to find out why, versus Chevy Cavalier, the value buck stops at Ford. To begin with, we'll compare the Cavalier 4-door with the all-new Escort 4-door. Chevrolet likes to think of Cavalier as a high-technology car, but in truth, it still has a ways to go before it achieves Escort's level of technology. First, Escort has a true 4-wheel independent rear suspension that allows both the front and the rear wheels to individually step over bumps. Cavalier, on the other hand, does have an independent front suspension, but the rear suspension can be described as semi-independent at best. As you can see, the 2 rear wheels are actually connected. Second, Escort offers an advanced 1.6-liter compound valve hemispherical head or CVH engine. Cavalier's 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine features a more conventional pushrod design. And while we're on the subject of engines, it should be noted that this year Escort offers 3 ways to appeal to buyers' fuel economy and performance needs: the 1.6-liter standard power plant, a higher output version of the same engine for those looking for better performance, and the 1.6-liter fuel saver or FS that offers the ultimate in Escort fuel efficiency. Cavalier, on the other hand, offers only 2 choices: a standard 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine and a high-mileage version that's similar in concept to Escort's FS. And that brings us quite naturally to the subject of fuel economy. There's no disputing the fact that Cavalier is a very fuel-efficient car. However, when both cars are equipped with their most fuel-efficient power teams, Escort FS offers better EPA-estimated MPG than Cavalier. Highway estimates are identical. Escort also comes through for those buyers looking for good mileage in a car with an automatic. In fact, Escort's EPA-estimated MPG of 29 with an automatic is the best in its segment of the market. It's 4 miles a gallon better than Cavalier. Now let's take a look at how the four-door models stack up in terms of passenger room and cargo space. Both the Escort four-door and the Cavalier four-door provide plenty of passenger room. In fact, all of the dimensions are within a few inches. Cavalier has some advantages, and so does Escort. Essentially, however, the passenger room story is a draw, and that might come as a surprise to some of you because, as we said earlier, Cavalier's wheelbase is nearly 7 inches longer than Escort's. When it comes to cargo space, the story is even more remarkable. Our four-door was designed with an extra door, a convenient hatch. Their four-door has a conventional trunk. Now, with its rear seat up, the Escort four-door holds 16.2 cubic feet of cargo, 3 cubic feet more than Cavalier. And with the rear seat folded down, our four-door accommodates nearly 26 cubic feet of cargo, almost twice the capacity of Cavalier. Take a look at this. Chevy advertises that Cavalier is complete from A to Z. So let's compare cargo room of the four-door models using these 26 cubic foot alphabet blocks to illustrate. With just over 13 cubic feet of available trunk space, the four-door Cavalier can hold only half of our alphabet, up through the letter M. The Escort four-door can hold the entire alphabet, all 26 blocks. Clearly, when it comes to load space, Escort, not Cavalier, is the A to Z champion. Of the two cars, only Escort provides both the convenience of 4 passenger doors and the flexibility to handle extra cargo when the situation demands. In all fairness, it must be said that when Chevy talked about complete from A to Z, they were referring to Cavalier's standard features, not just to cargo space. In fact, the base Cavalier is quite well equipped. But let's compare. We'll concentrate on the Escort L series, a car that's equipped the way many people prefer, with a moderate level of exterior features and interior appointments. Escort L provides as standard bright halogen headlamps and steel-belted radial ply tires. These same features aren't included on Cavalier's A to Z list. They're available, though, if the buyer of Chevy's complete car wants to pay extra for them. All of the options you see here are available on Escort and not available on Cavalier at any price. When you consider that Escort L four-door has solid advantages over Cavalier four-door in areas of technology, gas mileage, cargo room, standard features, option availability, and flexibility, it would only stand to reason that it should cost more. With all of those pluses, Escort would be worth it. But that's not the case. In terms of base sticker prices, the Escort L four-door holds an advantage versus Cavalier four-door of $924. When the two cars are comparably equipped, Escort's advantage is $494. Additional savings are available with the 1982 Escort Value Option Program. It offers popular options at retail savings off the sticker price of up to $390. The Value Option Program can have a positive effect on Escort's typically equipped competitive price position. With the highest level L Series Value Option package, Escort's advantage versus Cavalier is an impressive $590. Keep in mind also that the Escort L two-door shares the same advantages over Cavalier as does the four-door. You might also be interested in knowing that even when the Escort L four-door is compared to Cavalier Cadet with its reduced standard equipment level, the Escort still comes out with a comparably equipped price advantage of $123. When the Escort base four-door is taken up against Cavalier Cadet, our comparably equipped advantage is $598. And here's one final point. The Allstate Insurance Company has indicated that it will provide rate discounts on all 1981 and 1982 Escort models, including the new four-door. As you can see, the proposed rates for 2- and 4-door Escort base and L Series models is well below the proposed rate charged to the driver of a base Cavalier. Be sure to tell your customers about this additional way to save with Escort. Clearly, when Escort is compared to the Cavalier sedans, the value buck stops at Ford. Now let's compare Fairmont Futura against Cavalier. To begin with, Fairmont Futura offers a wide choice of power team combinations. There are 2 engines, a 2.3-liter 4 that will suit the more fuel-conscious buyer, and a 3.3-liter 6 for buyers who need more in the way of performance. Fairmont Futura also offers a choice of 3 transmissions, 4-speed manual, 3-speed automatic, and a new select shift automatic featuring the gas-saving locking torque converter. Contrast these choices with Cavalier's 1 engine and 2 transmissions. Now let's look at passenger space, a top priority for many sedan buyers. In a comparison of two-door models, Fairmont Futura beats Cavalier in 7 of the 8 key interior comfort areas. Compared to the Cavalier 4-door, the Fairmont Futura 4-door wins in 6 of the 8 key areas. Furthermore, Fairmont Futura was designed from the ground up to be a 5-passenger car, and with the optional front bench seat, Fairmont Futura can seat up to 6 people. Cavalier can seat a maximum of 5. Another point, Fairmont Futura has a new deep well trunk in 1982 that allows luggage to be stored in an upright position. Just as important, Fairmont Futura provides about 3.5 cubic feet more trunk space than either of the Cavalier sedans. That brings us to another issue that must be addressed. Fairmont Futura is a rear-wheel drive car, and Cavalier provides front-wheel drive. But you probably know that one of the major advantages of front-wheel drive is that it maximizes passenger room and trunk space. However, as we've just seen, Fairmont Futura tops Cavalier by an impressive margin in both areas. Another supposed benefit of front-wheel drive is pulling power. Chevrolet is quite fond of illustrating this fact by having its front-wheel drive cars pull trailers. They did so in their initial Citation television advertising, and they recently did it again in their Cavalier product training materials. But no one, least of all your customers, should be fooled into thinking that front-wheel drive is a must for trailer towing. The fact is, a properly maintained and equipped rear-wheel drive Fairmont Futura is rated to tow up to 1,500 pounds. A properly maintained and equipped front-wheel drive Cavalier can tow only 1,000 pounds. That's a difference in Fairmont Futura's favor of 50%. Furthermore, our rear-wheel drive Granada sedans and wagons can be equipped to pull up to 2,000 pounds, 100% more than Cavalier. A customer who buys any car based solely on whether it has front or rear-wheel drive is making a serious mistake. As we've seen, the person who selects a Cavalier for that reason instead of a Fairmont Futura will miss out on a lot of passenger room and trunk space. Obviously, there's a lot more to the story. The 82 Fairmont Futura is also a beautifully styled, well-equipped car that offers all of these standard feature advantages over Cavalier. And when it comes to option availability, Fairmont Futura scores again. Each of these options shown here is available on Fairmont Futura and not available at any price on Cavalier. And for prospects who are concerned with gas mileage ratings, the Fairmont Futura 2.3-liter FS model offers estimated label ratings of 25 and 40. But we've saved Fairmont Futura's most impressive advantage for last: price. Let's compare. The Fairmont Futura 2-door holds a base sticker price advantage of $1,031 versus Cavalier. Even when the two cars are comparably equipped, Fairmont Futura's advantage versus Cavalier is nearly $1,000. This significant price advantage can be made even better when you factor in the 1982 Fairmont Futura Value Option Program. The program offers retail savings off the sticker price of up to $320. With the addition of Fairmont Futura's highest level value option package, our typically equipped price advantage comes in at $1,226. When price is added to the car's already long list of product advantages, the conclusion is obvious. In a one-on-one showdown with Cavalier, the 1982 Fairmont Futura is the clear value winner. In fact, Fairmont Futura just might be the best all-around value on the road today. In this section of the program, we'll turn our attention to the Cavalier Hatchback, a model intended to appeal to those buyers seeking an efficient car with sporty styling. Ford offers two cars, Mustang and EXP, both of which offer just what these buyers are looking for, including value for the money. First, let's compare the Cavalier Hatchback with the 1982 Mustang. One of the major reasons for Mustang's sales success is its ability to appeal to all kinds of buying needs. For 1982, Mustang continues to offer opportunities for buyers to create a car that meets their own personal tastes and standards. As we'll see, this freedom of choice can play an important role in determining whether a customer will choose Mustang or Cavalier Hatchback. Consider power team choices. Mustang buyers may select from 4 available engines, a 2